thank you, Dr. Carlos Cheung, to be here in Fearless Mosaic,
Yeah.
right? Warm welcome. And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions today,
Great.
right? How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'll be honored to have you here. And yes, so Carlos, before I start asking you some questions, and can you just let us through your journey from scientist to entrepreneur and now into the politics as a member of parliament from Mount Roskill, Auckland? Like, how's your journey been through?
Yes, it's quite a journey. Like a lot of people wasn't expect a scientist become a business person and then become a politician. So do I.
Yeah.
I never expect myself to be a politician. I thought I would be like a research fellow and stay in university, stay in the lab, performing experiment in the rest of my life, and try to contribute myself by finding some cure to treat diabetes. This is my pure goal. And in the obviously the journey take me to other direction as well. So become a little bit of businessman operating my property management business. But then now also allow me to do a lot of volunteer work during that period of time as well. And I think this is because of the people. I see what's happened on the grassroots level, and I want to make a difference. Then I decide to become a politician.
Oh, nice. I mean, wow, that's been like a quite big transitions for you, right? Like
Yes.
from like direct to science to politics. Like, what was going through in your
not
mind?
only that, like my first job, my first career, I want to be a basketball player as well.
Wow.
So because
wow.
but that doesn't really go that far. So from sports to science, or academic to business to politician.
So do you still play sports?
Well, I still play from time to time, just casual games.
Nice,
but
nice.
now I don't have much time to actually train myself. And also because I think there's when I was young, when I was training a lot of games, some kind of injury happened to me as well. So they're kind of stopping me to continue to play a lot of sports.
All right. So I mean, in this big transitions from one direction to the other, and which is, I mean, totally different, right? And many people, like in this world or in New Zealand especially, they try to achieve it. But in the journey, what was going in your mind? I mean, like why like suddenly you choose to become politicians? What was going in your mind at that time?
I think your question just now got a very good term. Why?
Yeah.
I asked that a lot as well.
Yeah.
Especially when changing from academic to business.
Yes.
I asked why.
Yeah.
Like, I asked God why this happened to me. I thought my training for 10 years of training to become a scientist, suddenly why I become a business person.
Yes.
Like, I ask a lot of why, during this journey. And a lot of times I can't find the answer. like I think it's more like at that moment, sometimes I just don't know why there's change. But now if I look back, I think there's always a reason why there is a transition period.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. If I leave it from academic to business world, I never see things differently. But if I don't, because of business world, I don't actually do a lot of volunteer work, then I don't see, I won't able to engage with different people. I won't engage because my business is about property management. So I managed to engage with some, you can say that some of the wealthy people in the society, but also some people who are struggling daily as well. So all this journey allowed me to see things very different. So if you look back, maybe there's a purpose why there is a transition. So I can see things very different.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, you met a lot of people, right?
That's right.
Like because while you were doing in the laboratory, you were stuck in one place,
Yes, that's right.
and then you moved to property. At that time, might you have met a lot of people, and that helped you to transition into the politics.
But I think it's more like the understanding as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I always tell people I got a very tough transition period from academic to business because the value is very different.
Yes.
And people judge you differently. And it takes time for me to adjust as well. But also I think because of that journey as well, now I can understand, how people work and how they work hard, or everything behind the scene. I know a little bit more as well.
Wow, that's good. I mean, that's really inspiring, right? I mean, and you came from Hong Kong, right?
Yes, I am.
At what age you came to New Zealand? And
so I come to New Zealand when I was 16.
Oh, okay.
So now I think it's almost
young.
27 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I come here as a high school student.
Ah.
So I go to Auckland Grammar for 2.5 years before
Okay.
I enroll in University of Auckland, get my bachelor degree, master, and get my PhD.
Ah, okay,
Mm.
yeah. Right. So how was the journey when you just
Oh,
came from
I,
Hong Kong to
yes, I,
New
I think it
Zealand?
was similar to all the migrants.
Okay.
Like at the beginning, it's just like this is a transition period, like a culture shock,
Oh yes,
or also the
definitely.
language barrier as well. Like the culture shock is, I still remember the first day I lived in the hostel.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bell ring. I don't know what it's for. I see everyone running to the canteen or the dining room, and I thought, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Don't know what's happened. So I just queue up. Everyone is trying to getting food for it's actually a dinner time, but I
Ah,
don't
okay.
realize that time.
Yeah.
So I was in the hall. I saw that, oh, there's only 2 sausages with potato. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. That must be afternoon tea.
Yeah.
Because in Asian
Because in
country,
Asian, yeah.
yes, like 4:30 to 5 o'clock is more like afternoon tea
Yeah,
times.
it's just
And I was like,
yeah.
oh, 2 sausages, there must be afternoon tea.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not that hungry. So I didn't eat anything. After that, when the bells ring again, it's around 7 o'clock. I was like, oh, there must be dinner time because this is what we used to. No, they said, no, Carlos, you go to the wrong place. It's a study time now. You need to study from 7 to 9 o'clock. And I was like, whoa, I thought in Asian country we eat our dinner very late.
Yeah.
I can't believe that in New Zealand they actually eat later than us.
True.
I'm wrong. After 9 o'clock, I only got a piece of cake or a small dessert. And then after that, they tell me to go to sleep. And I was like, going to bed? I was like, okay, maybe your definition is just go back to our room and we can do our own stuff. I'm wrong. They just turn the lights off. It's completely dark. And I just realized, oh, it's actually true sleeping at 9:30. And it's a very different lifestyle. Like you can see that the whole life. I was like, whoa, what have I done to myself? I can't even see my fingers in the room.
Yeah.
And I think 27 years ago, things is very different as well.
True.
If you remember, most of the shop actually close at around 4 to 4:30 as well.
Definitely, yeah.
Saturday is only open for half day, so you can go to do a little bit of shopping. Sunday, nothing's open.
Wow.
So you're like, whoa, there is a big contrast compared to where I'm from. Like Hong Kong is a very different place.
It's a busy place.
Yes, they always, have a lot of entertainment until like almost 12 o'clock every night.
Yeah.
And here it's just very different.
Wow.
And also I think for the language barrier, there will be a little bit for everyone as well. Even though that I born in Hong Kong, I educate in Hong Kong, but I think the accent is still very different. Some of the pronunciation may not be correct.
Correct.
So that also take a little bit time for me to adjust as well.
Yes.
And also the whole new environment without family support, I think can be quite rough as well.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, okay, you were so young, you came into New Zealand. Like, how hard, right, it might be because to make new friends. And did you came by yourself or you came with your family?
So I came by myself, but also my elder brother is also in New Zealand. So that makes things a little bit better because I can always ask him for advice, how to deal with all these new changes or new culture shock, culture differences.
Yes.
And also, I mean, that time, we already got some of the quite a lot of migrants here as well. So it's helping me to transit that period or help me to settle down as well. And also, I think because I love to play sports, I love to play football and basketball as well. Full sports actually help me to settle down too.
Yeah, that's good. That's kind of recreational activity, right? I mean, you make friends, you go into the society, it helps you a lot, right? And I mean, it helps the mental health as well to make a bit relaxed because away from the family, it's really hard. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard, and I mean, okay, so the politics, it's just not about like policies, right? I mean, it's more than
I think it's just about the people.
Yeah, definitely, it's more about
politics
people.
is about people, like how we can actually make sure our country keep going forward, but at the same time people can benefit from our policy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not about just like as you said, right? It's about people. So that where there is a people, of course there would be a pressure as well.
That's right.
So like, how do you handle that pressure? Because every time it's not necessary that where you knock the door or when you go for the meetings, or even though when you go and give the speech in the parliament, everybody's gonna like you, right? So I mean, you might be have gone through some criticism or bad comments as well. How do you handle that?
I guess you're completely right, especially as an Asian MP as well. Some of the criticism will be, or the pressure will be slightly more than other colleagues as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just very glad that this is why I'm very glad to have my wife.
Yeah.
You know, she's the main supporter for me as well. When things, you know, when facing some criticism or some of the challenges, you can always, you know, have, you know, that you're someone supporting you. So I think that's important to have a family support.
True.
And I always say that, yes, we may be the one who facing all the criticism or facing all the judgment, but actually sacrifice more is our family.
Oh, definitely.
Because our family
yeah.
actually sacrifice a lot for us to serve the community.
No, definitely. So how do you handle it? Because, you know, sometimes like, you know, it's possible that might people like you, but not the party where you're from, right? Maybe the people don't support the party, right? But people really like your speech. So how do you cooperate with that? I mean,
I guess it's communication. I think it's very important, and let them know that your initiative, your heart is actually trying to make a difference for them, try to improve their life as well. I think that's very important. We like at the beginning, I think I spent a lot of time to tell people why I want to be an MP. I don't want them to judge me by the brand or by the party, because I'm here to help them. I'm here to serve them. If you just, you know, have those perceptions that, oh, because you are from certain party, you are not going to help us, then we are not going to help the people.
True.
Remember, we always say that no matter they are our supporter or voter or not, we are here to serve people in general.
Wow.
We are not just we are not here just to serve, you know, a specific people or serve the people who actually vote for us. We need to serve people in here. And also, this is why communication is very important, because as I say, so I truly believe that MP from all across different party, we all have the same initiative. We just want to make a difference. We want to get better. But from us, I think it's the approach is different, or the method will be different.
Oh, yes.
So I think you just try to explain to them, from my point of view, I think from this approach will be better. For example, why people always say that, hey, I look at your portfolio, look at your background. You should be look like on other party, but why you choose electional?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people ask me that question.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I say that, you know, firstly, I think like I say just now, I think every single party actually care about people. Right? It's just the approach is different. For me, why I choose national is because I believe that education, job opportunity is the key to break the poverty cycle.
Wow.
Because during the 8 years when I'm doing a lot of volunteer work, I can see that, you know, handout is not the solution for poverty. Like, one thing they need to remember, benefit is for people who in needs to go through the tough time. Benefit is not going to help you to move up from the system. It's only by working, by education, they can change your life. And this is why in my maiden speech, I always mention, I'm glad that my parents give me their values. They give me an opportunity to achieve a high education. And I think, I won't say I'm a very successful person, but at least now I think to reach to my stage, education play a very large role in my journey.
It does. Yeah, it gives you a lot of freedom. Actually, it gives you
give you more choices.
Yes,
I won't say freedom, but at least give you more choices. I can choose to do different things. I have an option.
Definitely. Nah, that's true. I mean, sometimes have you ever thought about that? What's your point of view, and like the way you thinking on your party's views are different? Like, have you ever gone through that situation?
Oh, obviously, it's like a board church.
Yes.
Like national parties, like board church, we got different ideas as well. And also, I think different MP represent different things.
Yes.
Like some of the policy for us, I won't understand. Like we were like, oh, I don't understand why we need to change it.
Yes.
Because like in my electorate, I just don't have all these matters or issues facing up. Like, for example, I always say that I try to understand all this farming policy, but if you ask me for opinion, I'll probably say I'm very neutral because I don't have any farm in my electorate. The policy won't make a difference in people in my Moscow, but it will make a difference for people in New Zealand.
So
sometimes we need to understand what is the policy, what's the initiative behind it. Well, I'll give you an example. When I first sit in the parliament, I was sitting in the health select committee. So I remember I questioned the ministry, the official. I said, hey, you know that the population in East Auckland is increasing. Like it's like Flatbush, they got a lot of houses being built there. Like we can see that the Qantas Manukau is reaching the maximum capacity. So why I don't see there's any plan for building a fifth hospital in Auckland? I think it's a very general question. I think genuine. And I think it's very important as well. But if you ask me, after 18 months now, I will still say that yes, the fifth hospital to target South Auckland and East Auckland is important. But I can see a little bit a bigger pictures now. I can see there's a need in South Island as well. When we know that the whole South Island only got 4 to 5 hospitals in the whole island, whole South Island, you know that some resources need to be allocated in that region as well. So this is sometimes like we will not disagree, but we may not be in the same values on same policy because like obviously I would love all the resources in Auckland as an Auckland MP, or even all the resources in Mount Westfield as well.
Yes.
But in reality, sometimes we need to look after the people in the whole country too. So or some policy people say that, hey Carlos, why you guys do this? Like we already doing it, but they don't realize this. Some of the policy is not targeting just Auckland itself. It's targeting the whole New Zealand. And sometimes, like take health for example. People keep saying there is a lot of the GP is very hard to find a GP to enroll. I can say that Mount Westfield is very lucky because most of our clinics still have the capacity to take up new patients. So, but on the other hand, outside Mount Westfield or some rural area, we can see that there's a huge shortage of GP. So when some policy being set up, people in Mount Westfield maybe say that, oh, I don't see actually we are benefit from that policy. But why are you doing it? But if you just look the whole New Zealand as a whole, you know that there is a good policy and this is leader.
True. So I mean, like sometimes we do, like as a public, we do sometimes think, oh, we don't need this, why they're doing this, but like there is possibilities that they are not looking at the only one place. They're looking at the whole New Zealand and looking
this is why I think different electorate have different needs. Why if you look back to my record, I will always advocate for people in Mount Westfield. But some of the issues why I need to advocate is because there are more needs in our electorate. For example, let's talk about recently we got a new policy come out called Parents Boost Visa. I think it's a big thing in Mount Westfield. It's a big thing for our migrants community as well. But general for country, it may not be something very major because, for example, not a lot of people in South Island or other region will benefit from this because this policy is more like assisting or targeting our migrants community, which like my electorate, I do have a lot of people from
definitely
in
Mount Roskill there are, and even though like there are the in the policy it says that if you have this particular amount of pay or money, then only you can do the.
But that's a good example. You can see that different areas have different needs. And the same policy, people will grade it differently because like for us, this is one of the most important things. But in other area, they may want to say, hey, Carlos, maybe spend money on education, on health, and law and order. So different region is very different.
Wow, how do you cope up with the people so easily? Like I have seen you like a lot of time you went and go and meet in the different events as well. Not only in like Asians, you went to a lot of different communities like Pacific communities, Maori communities, right? You went and you did it. So how do you cope up with that? Like, does it affect your culture or anything?
I mean, that's the one thing. Because we always say that we are in the parliament because of the people. So it's important to understand what people need. So only when you understand the problem, so you can address their issues. So it's important to listen, to engage with people. But I think listening is very important. Like just now I was saying that, the parents boost policy. Different people have different opinion and different group have different needs as well. So it's important to actually engage with them, see what is their priorities, what things they want me to address. So then I can go back to advocate for people. This is why the reason why I keep going out to engage with different people.
Wow, that's nice. I mean, when you became an MP in 2023, right? Yeah. And how did you feel at that time? Like you knew that this is the result is going to come, or like this was surprise for you?
Well, obviously, I won't say that it's. I mean, general people think that it is. I'm an underdog, and it was the biggest surprise for the election as well. But I always say that I'm just here for the people. No matter whether I get elected or not, I always still serving people. But it's just serving people at different level. Obviously, when you get elected, the one thing you will like that you feel that you got extra burden, or not burden, but extra responsibility, because now you actually have more power to change the system and advocate for people as well.
It's really very well said that you say that, even though I won't be, or I will be not, or I was not politicians, I'll still help. And that's like real politician who says and who cares about the country and the region. That's very amazing, actually. And I want to ask you about like mental health, right? I mean, you recently stood in the parliament and you stands, right, about like the people around 560 people died by suicide in 2 rows, like last 2 rows. And I mean, in 1 in 5 Kiwi, you also mentioned that 1 in 5 Kiwis are struggling from mental health illness, and young kids, right? I mean, who are not even turned 15, they are also struggling for mental illness. What's your, like, why you so strong about that, and what do you think that you would like to change in coming years? Like, especially, let's talk about in Mount Roskill.
Yes, I think mental health become one of the major issues in our society.
Yeah.
In saying that, that term mental health actually cover quite broad terms as well.
Definitely.
From a minor stress to a major illness, it can cover a lot of things. So that makes mental health is one of the complicated issues to deal with. It's not like we only target one side of the issues that can be solved, because everyone actually got different mental issues.
Yeah, true.
Like for example, I can tell you I'm actually quite stressed right now because it's raining. Because like the people say that, hey, why? This is quite normal, don't you think?
Yeah.
But just because my electric have been affected by heavy rain a few times, a lot of family was their houses are flooded or being damaged. Now as an MP, I feel very stressed every time when there's a heavy rain as well.
Yes.
So you can see that different people can be stimulated by different things, and it's not an easy thing to address. So this is why and I think another problem is like a lot of culture, like maybe a culture background or maybe a general for example, men tend to be, people feel men are more tough, more strong. So a lot of people will try to they don't want to let people know their weakness.
True.
And they try to cover up their problems. But then this is not a very good approach, because by the time you actually go into a further stage, it can be a serious illness as well.
Definitely.
So you can see that like it's a lot of different things can cause mental health. For example, just now you said, hey Carlos, how about Mount Roskill? Mount Roskill is also kind of different kind of community as well. We are very diverse.
Yeah, true.
Like we got one of the most diverse electorate in the country.
Yes.
But also we got a lot of immigrants, we got a lot of refugees as well. They for example, a lot of people actually come here from different country, like as a refugees. They already recovering from the trauma, what's happened in trauma in their original country. So when they come here, they need to face extra cultural difference, language barrier. They cause a lot of issues as well. And or some of the migrants come here, it's not easy to settle down. It's completely like, from religious culture, they're very different. It makes things even harder for them as well. And it's important. It's important to find someone you can talk to or to check. But we're facing a lot of challenges right now in our society. One thing I've been mentioning in the select committee or in the parliament is whether we got the right medical service or mental health service provided to this group of people. because we know that a lot of mental trip or mental health counseling is based on communication.
Yes, definitely.
But what's happened if we have language barrier?
True.
This mean will create extra barrier and make things very hard for us to actually address their issues.
Yes.
And also cultural difference is very important. This is why we always try to advocate always advocate more people from different ethics group. They can become a healthcare workers or they can become a counselor as well.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you know a similar culture, you can actually address the issues much better.
True. Okay, yeah, nice. I mean, you gave the speech and I've heard it, the speech as well. It was amazing. But like for me, like, speech can, just you can give it and it can go away, right?
Yes.
But I mean, beyond that, I mean, let's be real, like, right? I mean, what do you do for the young people? I mean, to support their mental health issues, as you said that
I think the first thing is to understand the issues or let them have a chance to actually speak up to you. Like this is why I spend a lot of time in school as well, try to talk to the student, see what issues they want to address. Like for example, some of the issues can be quite minor, but without the right channel to advocate for them or they to speed up, they can become a major issues. And I think for them to have someone to talk to, I think that's very important. Willing to listen, I think is important. And also I think for the youth as well, we need to talk to the school. This is why I visit every single school in my electorate as well.
Oh yes, I have seen that. Yeah.
So I think it's important to see how the school can provide the support to them. And I can see that some of the school in my electorate they do have counselor there to help the student to counseling them as well.
Yes.
And also I think as a government, I think we actually give them more resources as well. So they have an early access to counselor.
Okay.
But I think it's more like changing the culture as well. We need to tell them it's nothing to be ashamed of. You just need to raise the voice. You should come out if you have some issues, want someone to help you. Because I always tell people, maybe your issues may not be that unique. Maybe a lot of people have go through the same thing as well. So you think you maybe say, oh, I'm scared if I let people know that I have this kind of problems, I can't solve it. Trust me, you are not the only one.
True.
Like I always say that I go through a lot of problem, a lot of challenge or obstacle as well. Like language barrier. I have the same problem as well.
Yeah.
Like the culture barrier when I first come here. This is why there must be someone in the community have go through the same thing, and it's important to ask for help. So people can give you some advice. How we can go through this stage. And you can go through that as well.
True. Nah, that's right. Like, do you remember any story or any memory that stuck in your mind of any young person? Like when you met someone, do you remember any story of?
I mean, I met someone actually got a very, very interesting, not interesting, but I think it's very unique cases as well. But I don't think it's that unique if you think about it now. It's the identity problem.
Oh wow.
Like for us, most of us may not have the issues, but some of the migrants second generation they do facing that as well.
Yes.
They are the appearance is Asian or Indian, but inside they actually born here, they grow up here. The culture, the value is they're Kiwi born.
Yeah.
They're Kiwi.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're being judged by other people that
true.
just because of their appearance.
True.
I think they're actually causing a lot of mental stress to them. Like because for them it's like I grew up here. I'm one of you.
Yeah.
But why when I grow up you guys treat me different just because of my skin color or just because of my last name? It's a lot. Like this is happening in our community as well. And I think this is something we shouldn't be ignored. We should tell people, this is the issues. I always tell people, trust me, not only you, we are all facing that issue as well, especially when we try to looking for a job as well.
True.
A lot of time our migrants community will sometimes facing certain degree of discrimination or a limited opportunity as well. But for the next generation try to raise that, who am I?
Yeah.
I think it's a very good question.
Yeah, really. Yeah. That's
because
nice.
like for them, they grew up here. But people said that or some people are very, sometimes very aggressive. They think they are not part of, they are not Kiwi. But when they back to their home country, they obviously doesn't have the same value or same background. So they're like, so who am I?
Yeah.
And I think that actually, give me a very strong on feeling on that as well. Because myself, sometimes I also ask the question, who am I?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will still think, you're Asian, Carlos, you're Chinese. But for me, I think after 27 years, I think I'm a Kiwi.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
so they kind of there's struggle.
That's right. And it's like a structure has already been made. Like your race or your ethnicity is always gonna be judged, right? In some ways, or and it's very hard to change in like coming years, right?
This is why I mean that's one of the cases actually that I have a very strong feeling of. But also I mean there are a lot of mental issues happening in our community as well. One thing I actually very looking into is the elder abuse. Not physical abuse, but also mentally abuse as well.
Yes.
Like because most of the senior when they come from overseas as well, especially in my electric, they can't even speak English, and they are very reliant on their family. But end up they can be being isolated from the society or the community as well. And they're kind of forming some kind of abuse, and they're kind of causing a lot of mental issues for them as well.
Wow. Yes. So what I mean is the government looking?
So I think there's something. I think we actually, a lot of community groups, not only government but community groups are working on it as well.
Okay.
I always say that the hardest part is to identify them, to find them. This is why we always involve in a lot of awareness seminar or awareness event, because the thing is like I say, maybe the culture thing, a lot of people don't want to speed up and make things worse. They think that maybe if I got abused, if I tell someone, they may lead to have some trouble to their family members. Yeah. But it's not like this. Most of the time, if you end up to seek for help at an early stage, we can actually solve the problem at a very early stage. Then nothing really will go bad to the family. So I think this is why we need to very important to keep raising the awareness, so people willing to speak up.
Like, tell me one message if you would like to give to the young people or the people who are struggling right now through the mental health. Like, what one message you would like to give them?
Well, there's a lot of message I want to give out. But I think it's continue to trust in themselves.
Wow. That's very good message.
That's very important, because sometimes when they're having some mental issues, they start questioning themselves.
True.
Or they start not trusting in themselves, not believing in themselves. I can tell them is every one of them are unique.
Yes.
And you just need to trust in yourself.
Wow.
There must be something you were good at. You can shine in the future as well. And also, I mean, don't be shy for asking for help. I think this is another issue.
Yes.
Like, trust me, every successful people in this world, they always will ask some kind of help from other people as well. So it's nothing to ashamed of. It is good to seek for advice or seek for some guidance from people with experience as well, or with the wisdom. This is why I always say that to a lot of senior constituents. I was like, trust me, you guys can't just retire or step away. Your wisdom, your experience is very important to our next generation as well.
Yeah, true. That's so true. And the people who are well experienced, the people who are well, like knowledge, and they work so hard, and they're the best people. Actually, they can serve in the better way. Yeah, right. And actually, you have said extremely amazing that continue to trust yourself.
You need to trust in yourself.
Actually, it's really good. Yes, you have to trust yourself. As you mentioned that the story about, right, like, who am I, right? I mean, yes. So if you will trust yourself, automatically you will get the answer, right? Sometimes that who am I?
Because you will find the area which you will reach success.
So true. Now, okay, so we'll move to some of the policy, right?
Sure.
in November actually 2024, right? You have mentioned about and you stand strong about ban the vaping thing,
Yes.
right? And so, I mean, what do you think? Why should the disposable vape?
Well, firstly, because of probably my health background as well, and also from my my experience when I was young, I live a life people smoking. Because I mean, during my generation, you probably can imagine my parents will because of work or because of the culture, majority of them are smokers, and I never liked the smell of smoke, the cigarette. I hate it when I was young. So I think because of my health background as well, I can understand the harm caused by smoking and vaping as well.
Okay.
Yes, I know that from both sides of the government, they use vaping as an alternative for smoking.
Yes.
Yes, if you compare two of them, yes, vaping actually cause a little bit less harm compared to smoking. But doesn't mean that they are not causing harm.
No, definitely
I
it's
think
not.
I think vaping is still causing harm too.
Yeah, but the thing is, before that, like smoke free 2025, right, was repealed by the government, right? So, like many of us were confused at that time why smoking was like still going and continuing, but at the same time, national government has banned vaping, right? Disposable. So how we relating?
You're completely right. A lot of people ask me that question too. And I can tell at the beginning, I myself, I got a little bit confused too when the legislation. But when you actually look into the legislation, I found the answer.
Okay, wow.
First thing is when they say that it's smoke free, it's not really smoke free. It's about reaching to 5% of the population. And then I think at that time, I think New Zealand will reach 5% because smoking is not that popular compared to the previous generation. I think at that time it's around 6%. So in order to reach that 5%, the legislation doesn't need to have that legislation. But at the same time, I think that legislation, the problem is they're causing a lot of other problems in the society.
What problems?
For example, they say that, firstly, as I say, the smoke-free bill is not really smoke-free. It's about 5%. But at the same time, they kind of restrict the number of retail store can sell cigarette.
Okay.
So we all know that what's happened to all this dairy selling cigarette right now.
Oh yes.
They are being targeted by crimes.
True.
A lot of dairy or a lot of places who sell cigarette convenience store, they are targeted by crime.
Yeah.
And if you say that I just want to limit it to 500 store, this means those 500 store will be the major target for all the crime as well. So you try to get a balance. All right. If without the legislation, our smoking rate is already dropping to reach the target. But this legislation will cause extra harm on law and order. So maybe this is really to get a balance, maybe really change it. Maybe this is not the best legislation to achieve our goal. Obviously, for myself, I do want everyone don't smoke.
Don't smoke, true.
But,
true.
But also, I need to understand that the culture, what's happening. A lot of, for example, a lot of farmers still doing smoking is the usual thing. It's very hard for them to change from a regular smoker or heavy smoker to suddenly to on smoking.
Okay.
So this is why I think we really different approach, different policy, or like vaping to help them to quit smoking.
Okay.
But for me, I can see that they're creating an easy entrance for people actually start vaping, and this is one of the issues being raised when I visit all the school as well. When you heard that some principal are telling you that some you can find student in intermediate school they start vaping, it's a problem.
Oh yes.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
And you can look at the data. 14 or 15 years old, they're smoking, vaping as well.
True.
It's issues, and I think one of the major issues about vaping is a lot of kids don't know that vaping causes harm to their body. And sometimes, like last year, I actually organized a youth vaping seminar as well.
Yes.
I think there's one of the audience actually raised a very good point on vaping. They all understand vaping can cause damage to their body, but they believe that this is a long-term harm. In short term, there's nothing. It's unlike cigarette.
True.
Cigarette, when you smoke, you have that smell. You're causing a lot of respiratory illness as well. But for vape, they believe that it's a long-term harm. There's nothing short-term, and they all believe that they can stop whenever they want to. They have the willingness to quit vaping.
Yes.
But unfortunately, this is not the case. A lot of people, once you get hooked on to start vaping, you will continue to vape as well. And also another issues is people choose vaping like a fashion as well. Like because and I think compared to cigarette, they cause more harm as when you smoke, you actually light your cigarette, you need to finish it. It takes a minute or two. But vape is different. You can do whenever you want. Even if you just want to cross the crossing, you can do 2 puffs and then you walk to the other side. So they can inhale more than smoking as well. So I think this is very important to raise the issues, to let the youth know that what is the consequence or what's the harm caused by vaping as well.
All right. That's good. I mean, that's good. Because in recently UK as well, UK has also banned the disposable vape, right? So in my point of view, it was like, because UK has banned, that's why New Zealand has banned.
Not only that, it just they causing like I always say that as a national MP, we always quite supportive new business operating in our area. But one thing I don't like the shop opening is a vape shop. And like on my speech before, I actually got more vape shop than pharmacy, and then petrol shop as well, or then even more than alcohol shop. There's something wrong. I just when you see on the one street, you got 3 or 4 vape shop, like especially in South Auckland, you can see that.
Yes.
That there is a problem now. There's something we need to address.
True. No, that's so true. But I mean, now don't you think that people are going to move towards smoking now because disposable vape is banned? So don't you think that now the smoking rate is gonna again increase? Or
I think at the moment what we see from the data is we don't see much increase in smoking. But because although we banned the disposable vape, but they still got the
normal vape,
the normal one, the rechargeable one, what we call the rechargeable one.
Yes.
So I think, as I say, when for vaping is kind of a downgrade from smoking. This is why we're having that. For me, I just don't want the youth to start vaping. I think there's a
so why didn't the government totally ban the vaping? Just why only particular disposable? What's the motto of
I
that?
guess, as I say, I think this is the balance as well. Like I know that from some of the Asian countries, they have a very strict rules that no smoking, no vaping. But we also need to keep balance. What happened is a lot of senior people or middle age or above, smoking is become one of the heavy smoker. It's very hard for them from heavy smoking to become non-smoker, and you really have something for them to step by step to change. And this is why I think the government use vape as one of the program for them to quit smoking.
Because I've done research recently, and I've done for the youth vaping actually, and I have found out that youth does vape because they are in stress, right? So that is the one major reason. I mean, so I mean, like if the disposable vape is banned, still they're going to go and buy the vape because stress is not gonna go over, right?
I think it's a lot of issues we're looking in as well. Not only whether they can buy the vape machine, but sometimes if you look at some of the data, we see the majority of the youth actually have the first vape is using their parents or using their cousins or aunties and uncles vape machine because they just were on the table.
True.
And they actually start give it a try. And also I think like you say, peer pressure is also another thing.
Yes.
So
peer
this
pressure
is why it's a complicated issue. We want to target at different level as well. So I guess like government recently changed the legislation. So Now we make sure all the vape shop, they don't have a colorful displays as well. People won't able to see it from outside.
The attractions,
And also we want to, we can't have a new vape shop close to the school and early childhood center as well.
That's good. That's good initiatives actually.
So we got a lot of things, but this is, I believe that this is only the first steps. But we try to stop young people for vape. But I think raising the awareness is the most important thing to make sure the kids know what they're doing.
Yeah, and especially in deprived area where there are less schools and less hospitals. That's good to that's good. That to awareness is very important actually. Right. I mean, and you have also spoken about like $14 million allocated to Auckland hospital infrastructure. So what people would expect from that?
So basically this year government, as being aware, is a record investment in health as well, because we know that is important in improving our health system. So people have, can access to the medicals they need much earlier, like early access, shorter waiting time as well. So one thing we also know that is how we can keep up with our aging facility as well. Like a lot, for example, Auckland Hospital, a certain area, the infrastructure a little bit run down. They're reaching the end of the lifespan as well. Like for example, there's a lot of hot water problem or piping issues in Auckland Hospital before. They stopped the operation of the hospital.
Oh wow!
And they affect the patient. So it's important for the government to actually allocate some funding to maintain or keep upgrade some of the infrastructure. And those $40 million to Auckland City Hospital is major to address some of the aging infrastructure there. So we try to do upgrade or maintain all these things to make sure the hospital can keep operating, keep running.
Okay. Wow. So it happened before the National Party came, or it was the hot water pipeline?
It just reaching the end of life. Sometimes when Auckland Hospital, like or sometimes we heard before Countess Manuel Cow actually got a lot of problem as well, the hospital.
Yes.
It's government is important to address their issues, make sure to improve the patient experience and the patient outcome as well. I think that's very important.
Wow, that's good. Yes. So when do you gonna expect this? Everything's gonna be.
I think some of the project is already started.
Okay.
But I think one thing we also want to mention is this year we also give a lot of focus on primary care as well, because this is why we give extra funding to the GP now.
Oh yes.
Yes, because I think what a lot of people, like people in my area, will always say that, hey, when I want to see my GP, they need to be booked for like 2 weeks.
True.
And I was like, how if I actually got serious sickness, I can't wait for two weeks.
That's so true. That's so true. Actually, and it's like a very common issue in New Zealand. I mean, waiting time, right?
And if we can't address the problem, this means a lot of minor illness will become major or serious illness.
True.
They will always adding extra pressure to our hospital system as well. This is why we want to focus on that. Make sure we're changing the system. Patient can access to their GP much easier.
And you also talk about the woman breast screening thing, right? In the parliament.
Yes.
Is it accessible for any communities or?
I think as long as you reach in the age group, then you can use the
over
service.
55 or 65 something.
58, I think 58.
58 years. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean,
because I think it's important. Early screening actually can come out with a better outcome as well. So we can start the treatment early with a better outcome.
No, nice. That's really amazing actually. A lot of people need this because at the age when they reach that part and they are not aware of like what to do, and at the end when they reach to the 4th stage of the cancer, then they realize, okay,
because we always say that prevention is the key.
Yeah, true. That's good. I mean, with your science background, how do you think the New Zealand is evolving in the AI and digital in the healthcare sector?
Oh, very good question.
Yeah.
Like there's something I try to keep up as well.
Oh, that's good.
And this field actually moving very fast.
Okay.
Like I remember a lot of people would tell me, say, hey Carlos, have you used this app? Have you used this software? And I was like, I'm still just trying to get used to this one. I haven't moved to the second, but the second one is already coming.
Yeah.
And also we need to understand AI is here already.
Oh yes,
It's
definitely it is.
like people may think, oh, AI is a big thing, but it's not. If you just go back to your kitchen, if you look at an air fryer,
oh yes,
they actually got AI already. Like they can scan the food and then they can estimate how much cooking time they need. It's all there. So I think not only of government, I think we actually in the parliament we got a cross-party group, like from all different parties, try to look into the AI as well, how AI can change our life or make our life much convenience. On health, for example, we've been keep asking, like for me, I ask a lot of GP clinic how AI can helping them as well, because the feedback is pretty positive. They've been using AI, maybe doing some of the administration work or writing report, because when they just say out the sentence or the description of the problem, the AI already written down everything for them. So they don't need to spend extra time to do it.
Time consuming,
But at the same time, I think AI also brings some kind of not problem but uncertainty as well. Like recently, I attend one of the youth event as well. I try to talk to them. We talk about AI, how they change. They actually asked me, say, "Hey, Carlos, I actually facing a problem now. I don't know what major or what major I should do in university, because now AI is kicking in. I don't know whether by the time I graduate, whether my occupation will be replaced by AI."
Yes, definitely. It's hard to think about the future actually.
That's right. Like, so they kind of causing some uncertainty for our student. But in saying that, I told them, at least you guys can still think what you do in the 4 years time. AI actually affecting a lot of people in my generation as well.
Yes.
Like a lot of jobs is being replaced because of AI as well.
Yes.
I recently looked at one of the report. They said, one top 10 occupation will be replaced by AI. I think one of them is graphic designer. Yes. So I think I read that, and I was like, that's true. But at the same time, I also tell people, yes, maybe on the skills level, on the drawing, they can be replaced by AI. But the message you want to bring out by your work, it can't be replaced by AI.
True.
But obviously, as a government, we still want to see, hey, is there anything really to look into it? Is there any legislation really to set as well? As I say, AI is very useful in a lot of areas, but also there is some kind of risk there. For example, if someone misusing your information, or getting your data wrong. So how can we set up a legislation? And I think this is something like, all the MP in the parliament actually try to look into it. Like say, this thing is quite broad. It's actually affecting every single sector as well.
Definitely.
So when we make sure when we have a legislation or regulation there, we make sure it's on the right setting.
So is it any plan or anything for the AI in the healthcare sector to grow a bit?
Yes. So actually, I think we keep getting feedback on the health sector as well. Like I say, AI is already using for some kind of administration work, so it can reduce on the workload. I know that in some other country, they're using AI to look into those X-ray, CT scan report as well. Yes,
that's what I was going to ask you.
At the moment, I think it's still a very early stage from what the feedback I receive from all my GP as well, or medical specialists, is some I guess it's because it's about humans' life. We don't want to have any error. So unless we can prove that AI can be 100% not making any mistake, before that, I think most of the medical specialists still have concern, completely rely on AI. Like I know that maybe it would be good maybe using AI to have a first screening, but not necessary to do the whole day. But on the other hand, in this government, we're already setting up some kind of AI program as well. For example, we set up one of the AI program to look at diabetes induced sightseeing problem. So we'll be starting the pilot study, so they can use AI to see whether patients with diabetes have the eyesight problem coming up. They will allow us to address any illness or any eyesight problem at the earlier stage.
Wow.
Also, I mean, during some of the overseas trip, when we visit other country, we can see that they're using AI to kind of, I think on the prevention part a little bit more.
Yes.
A lot of AI being using on diabetes on this sector too.
Yes, definitely, it does.
So you can see that AI can be used in a health case, not only health, but I think in every single sector as well.
Yeah, true. Do you think it is affecting the primary health sector schools because of the AI?
You mean primary healthcare?
Yeah, no, primary schools.
Primary school. Oh yes, I always say that now this generation are very different to mine.
Yes.
I learn things from books.
Yes.
And now they learn things from different resources.
True.
From online, from books, from teachers as well.
Yes.
And the knowledge they learn are very fast paced as well. They change quite a lot. I always say that the knowledge I learned before probably can last me for another 10, 20 years. But nowadays, the knowledge they learn or the technology they learn may only last for 1 or 2 years, and then they may move on to have a new technology as well. But you can see that in some of the school I visit, because of not or AI or the access to internet or the digital world, I think these days the kids are much smarter than I do. They actually learn extra knowledge as well.
True.
Like I remember during our time when I was young, when we want to learn something, we need to go to the library, try to find a book, try to find the resources. It takes time. And we still may not able to find the right thing to read.
True.
But now these days, like for example, one of the school when they're doing try to do a little bit project or on rocket.
Oh wow.
Well, they just search online. Everything come out. And in the primary school kid was telling me what is aerodynamic. And I was like, whoa, I don't expect a primary school kids can talk about aerodynamic in front of me. So you can see how technology AI can help as well.
True. It is helpful, right? Really helpful. In some ways, it is helpful if you use it in the right way. It's helpful. Yeah, true.
But I guess we still need some guidelines on using AI or using social media. I mean, this is why we currently have a members. We try to get some feedback from people whether we should banning youth under 16 using social media as well. Because sometimes we know that on the AI, on the digital world, sometimes they do have certain harm because obviously you can reach out to all the information you need. True. But sometimes we don't know which area they're reaching to or what kind of information they receive as well. So I think that this is some area we try to look into too.
Wow. Not true. It's very good. I mean, because it's a very vast field actually, right?
It is.
AI is a very vast field, and it is very useful in some ways, and it is like you as mentioned that right that in 16 years that you have the government has banned social media, right?
We propose, It just we can see that recently I went to a lot of AI seminar as well. You can see how powerful is AI. I mean, now you know that they can create some kind of AI pictures, AI video as well.
True.
It is completely not true or not based on it's true story. But when you watch it, sometimes you can't tell whether it's true or not. And I think that especially for our next generation, our youth as well, when you are very young, it is very hard to determine whether this is right or wrong.
Yeah, true.
And also we know that some people are stalker or they use AI, maybe they packaging themselves with a different person and try to approach our youth as well. That can be one potential risk as well.
Yes. Right, you're right. And how about the government has banned recently about the phones, right, in schools? Yes. How's going there?
It's a very good question because I asked it to all the students in my lecture as well. At the beginning, when it first happened, every school kid was telling me, no, this is not a good policy, Carlos.
Yes.
I dislike it. I think we should have the right to use cell phone. Because the argument point is they use that to communicate with people, and sometimes they use that to search information for educational purpose as well.
Yes.
And everyone just get used to it, like on the social media too. But surprisingly, after 3 months to 6 months, when I go back to see them, the feedback, the change, a lot of people actually say, oh, I quite like it. I think it's one of the best policy that have been implemented to them.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that, but that's good, right?
Because they suddenly say that now when we're sitting all together during the lunchtime, not everyone's on phone. Like we actually doing the talking as well. They're doing a lot of interaction, and and a lot of school principal or teacher will tell me now the kids can actually enjoy the sports as well.
Yeah, that's good.
Because before everyone straight away lunchtime, they just on their phone.
True.
Even they lost some kind of communication skills as well. It's very surprised. Like even now, me and you sitting with the co-students. Before they still use cell phone to talk to each other rather than actually have the real conversation.
Yeah, right.
So I think a lot of school kids, the feedback is they can see much more interaction going on as well, and I think that actually bring out in a way they improve the well-being for the student as well, because they can see a little bit more happiness with people talking.
True.
As I say, when you talk to people, you actually can say all your concern and problem as well. So I think overall, the feedback was extremely good.
Oh, that's good. I mean, that's really good.
That's why you can see the change. Like at the beginning, everyone's like, no, this is not a good policy. But 6 months time, all the kids was like, they love it.
Yeah, and it can help also like to decrease the rate of bullying.
Yes,
right?
on cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying, yes. Because in the schools it's bit higher rates of bullying, right? And not in New Zealand actually.
Just overall in this world, there's a lot of cyberbullying as well.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, so you have visited a lot of places, right, in the community, and how, like, when you felt or how did you realize that okay, your work is impactful?
You mean how can I advocate for them?
Yes.
Yeah, I think like take example for the school when you visit them, you generally want to listen to the issues. You want to address that. Take it for example. On my first year when I visit school, workforce is the big thing. We don't have enough teachers, or some of the principal will tell me that the quality of teacher college are very vary. Some are very good, some are not very up to standard. And then you bring the feedback to your minister, and the minister said, yes, this I not only you, but when you receive a lot of feedback, you know that this is the issues you need to address. And then this is why the first year we do some approach to make sure we got changes in teacher college. Like this next thing, this year we always, in the past 20 years, another school principal always, or the whole sector will tell me, learning support is a big thing, because we just don't have resources to look after some student with special needs. They've been advocate for the past 20 years. And you know this is a big thing. So you go back, you tell the minister, hey, this is the feedback I actually got from my people. Are we able to do something? So the minister realized that there's things they need to address. Like this year, we actually put the record funding, once in a lifetime funding on learning support, and the feedback was very good. So you can see that this is how elected MP, why I want to keep engaging with people, because only when you talk to them, you understand what things you need to address. Remember, I'm not perfect. I only specialize in certain area. I never, for example, I never be a teachers. I never be maybe for bus driver or just different area.
True.
Like it's only by talking to them, then I can understand what issues I need to address, and then we bring their voices back to the parliament to advocate for them.
Yes. So I mean, I always love to ask all the leaders, right? I mean, after 10 years, or like in coming 10 years, when you walk in Mount Roskill, like when you will walk in the Mount Roskill, and someone will meet and say, "Hey, Carlos, you changed my life." What do you expect in the perception of changing life?
I just want more people in Mount Roskill more success. They for me, maybe the easier measurement is they become professionals, or they shining in different area as well. Maybe they come back and say, hey, I'm proud to be I'm from living in Mount Roskill, because that time Carlos changed the life. Now I can be success in my sector. And this is what I hear. And I want to see people say that I actually, because of the changes, I managed to break the poverty cycle. Now I can reach to another stage, and I can get maybe financial freedom, or look after the others as well. And this is what I want to see.
Wow, that's really inspiring, right? I mean, to be like successful. For meaning of success is Okay, that's good. That's really good.
So
Like
as I
that's
say, it's about the outcome for people. You know, if when they're success in the area, you know that you're doing something good.
yes, yes, yeah. Like I will ask you some like quick questions, right?
Yes,
You can just answer
sure.
me in a one word, right?
Oh,
It's
one word.
just a
Oh,
first.
those are always the hardest one.
Yeah, it's like a like
Yes,
fast fire round.
yes.
Okay, like one value you will never compromise.
Mm. This is a very broad term, eh? Um, I depends on what values though. I I think that there's one values. I always think there's a something black and white. They shouldn't be caused. Um, I think it's on law and order. If
Okay.
there's one thing, there's no black and white. I think will be one law and order. They shouldn't be caused.
Hmm.
Yes. Mm.
Okay, that's nice.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
Because all my I think is I think I know that it's a quick fire, but
Yeah.
I guess it's just my education as well. When you do something wrong or you cross the line, there's always a consequence, and sometimes you may not affect you right now, but they can affect you in the future. For example, I always say that people say, hey, if I commit a crime, not a big deal, but they don't realize that if you go for traveling, if you go to US, you probably can't even get in the country because you have a criminal record.
Yes.
So I think that is something we
Law,
shouldn't cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Law and order, not to be compromised.
Mm.
True. Right. Yeah. That's like really inspiring for the young people as well who are gonna grow up and like in the future they become something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And tell me a recent moment that moved you emotionally. Like
I think there's a lot of things, but I think people is the one thing they can actually make me feel very very emotional. Yes.
Okay.
Because because you feel their pain, you feel their problem, and sometimes can get very emotional as well. I've been quite emotional on a few times when I was having a meeting with Auckland Council and in Parliament try to advocate for people who their houses being damaged as well. Even I can tell a funny story. Before the meeting I tell them say, hey, it's a meeting with the council officer. Don't get emotional. Don't get too angry. End up I'm the one who getting a little bit emotion. So yeah, I think it's the people. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Right. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Tell me your biggest myth about politicians.
Because what sorry?
Myth that people know that it's not a fact.
It's not a flag.
Yeah.
Wow. Your question is very hard. Something is not right.
Any biggest myth about a politician that people is thinking that
I think one thing about it's not right is yes, there's one big one. People always thinking MP from different party don't like each other.
oh yeah, that's a really good one actually.
It's not like sometimes what you see in the parliament in the debate chamber, you can see that we debate, we argue,
Yes.
or we try to attack each other. But actually outside the house, we sometimes we work together.
Yes.
Yeah. So the relationship is not what you see on the TV.
Yeah, true,
Yes.
true. Oh yes, that's a very good one. Yeah, that's really good one. Yeah, because every time like what people see is on you in TV debating
right.
about the
Or
one
on the
topic
news, they try to
and
criticize each other. But a lot of time we actually work together. Yes.
True. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Okay. Like, tell me one message to a people who are listening.
As I said, continue to work hard.
Okay.
Work hard, you will always be rewarded. I think that's one thing. Like there's a lot of message I wouldn't say, but work hard is never wrong. Is always can lead you to some kind of reward.
That's amazing. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, do you want to share anything?
Well, as a politician, I probably can say a lot of things, probably in another few hours as well. But it's really up to you which area or anything you want to address as well.
Yeah.
But I see, I always want people to see through the short-term loss for the long-term gain. I think that's a very important thing. a lot of people, they give up because they can't see through the short-term loss. So I just want to let people know that if one of us have start from certain starting point, like a lot of us maybe start from a minimum salary, or most of us start from a minimum salary as well. Yes, and then we start moving up. Yes, but a lot of people can't see the short-term loss or the suffer. They think, oh, maybe I can have a better life of doing some other stuff rather than working. But no, but in long term, work is the way to lead you to a better future. I just hope everyone can see through that. Or study. A lot of people thinking, oh, I suffer. It's a hard thing for study. But study education is also lead you to future success. So I would love people to say that, see, if everyone can see through the short-term loss for the long-term gain, then there will be the one of the best thing for them in the future.
True. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So thank you so much for the conversation. Right, it was really amazing and inspiring. Actually, a lot of people who are going to listen today, and they're gonna be inspired from your work, right? What you do, and I think I would say that you have chosen the right career.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that you really help a lot of people. I have seen the work you've been doing from last couple of years, right? And you know, to meet the people, to meet the different communities, you know, to even young people from the older adults, right? And it's really good, right? You know, I hope you know you keep your work always good and inspiring for like a lot of us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Coming.